Wait, did I really just debate you all into thinking that I was gonna do a flip? Well, that's beside the point. Hello, I am Raheet and we are here today on Questions R Us, and I will be interviewing John the Baptist. How are you today, John?
I'm doing just well.
Good. I'm going to be asking you a few questions today.
Sounds good. What's the first question?
The first question I have for you is, who exactly are you?
Well, I'm a man of God. Baptism. I ended the 400-year silence of prophets, and I even baptized Jesus.
Cool.
Wow, that's amazing. Why are you important to Jesus' story?
I'm important to Jesus' story because, like I said before, I baptized him and he came from my family line. I am also here not only to preach and baptize, but to send his people on the right path, which means rejecting myself as being the Messiah.
Wow, you are a very important man. Why did you reject being the Messiah?
I rejected being the Messiah, of course, because I'm not the Messiah. I can't save as he can. I'm only here to prepare the way. Everyone thought of me as the Messiah, but I know that all the gifts I had came from Jesus.
Interesting. What are some important stories from your timeline, John?
One of the important stories from my time was when I baptized everyone and baptized Jesus in Matthew 3:11 through 17. Another story was in Matthew 3:1 through 6. I was preaching in the wilderness of Judea to the people and baptized them. My third story is how I made such a spiritual movement throughout the Mediterranean world in chapter 3 of Matthew.
Wow, those stories are pretty lit. Do you have anything else you'd like to say while you're on Questions R Us?
Yes, I would also like to tell you how I tie into the Old Testament. I tie into the Old Testament because before me there was Elijah. There was a promise that Elijah would return and everyone thought that I was him. I rejected being Elijah also, but then God told me that I was Elijah. Elijah came the way to prepare Elijah came to prepare the way for the Lord. I was the final prophet to prepare the way for the coming of the Lord.
I just thought of another question, actually. So my final question that I have for you, John, is how does all of this apply to our lives?
This applies to our lives because of all the baptism I did. People can look back on my teaching and see how important it is. They can take that knowledge to perhaps get baptized for themselves. Then they can have a life of understanding Jesus and keep him close for the rest of their lives. It also applies to our lives because, like how others thought I was the Messiah when I wasn't, you should never try to act or be someone that you are not.
You are one cool dude. Well, it looks like we're out of time, John, but thank you so much for joining us on Questions R Us, and stay tuned for the next show.